Let's head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
No, guys, I have a question. Does that GM ever look into anything? You got Kenny Pickett, and you traded him for a fifth. Now you trade him for that fifth bat, but the Raiders need him more than we do. So why wouldn't you try to negotiate to get a higher draft pick than just turning around and giving him a 5 and saying, here, you can have him? Because now we don't have a veteran backup besides anybody. He never played. So, but we'll just do, you can have him for number 5. Let me get this over with so I can get back to dinner. Then he turns around, and now you've got a second-round running back pick who might go back to college again. So there goes another draft pick out the door. Boy, oh boy, besides our coach, this guy's a real wing-ding. Take care, guys.
As always, appreciate the voicemails. Let's welcome in Pete Smith from the Orange and Brown Report. Pete, I'm pretty sure they went back and forth and tried to determine the draft pick for Kenny Pickett. They are obviously happy with Dillon Gabriel. Doesn't mean they wouldn't bring in, a veteran that they might stash on the practice squad.
Well, there's a couple things with this. One, I wasn't sure the Browns were going to be able to get as much as they did for Kenny Pickett simply because it seemed like the market was getting flooded with quarterbacks that were being waived. And the Raiders wanted to get a veteran. There were a number of them out there, and it was good that the Browns were able to basically recoup the pick they gave up. In addition, they get a roster spot back, which I think is part of the reason they really wanted to do this, was to be able to keep another player they want. And then it obviously cleans up some stuff with your position. Now, undoubtedly, there is some risk here. You haven't seen a whole lot like Kenny Pickett, but he has played in the NFL, whereas Dillon Gabriel hasn't, other than a few preseason games. So, hopefully Joe Flacco doesn't go and get hurt tomorrow, but certainly the idea that you are already at a rookie, if Joe Flacco were to get hurt, isn't ideal. But I just think the upside there for everything else was just too much for the Browns to pass on, because I think they were more than comfortable with the possibility of staying with Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, and again, Philadelphia waived DTR, so they took a shot with Pickett, and fifth in, fifth out, and they go about it.